somebody.
Hey everybody, it's Dr. Roto. Get out the insurance cards, get out the copay. The office is open, my friends. Speaking of friends, I have two of my really good friends here tonight. It's Trevor Hillstrom and Jonny Danger Cole.
What's up?
There better not be any coal in the stockings this year, Danger.
That only happened one time.
Okay, only one time. But hopefully there's some money in the stockings, as our good friend Trevor has been like slaying it. No Christmas pun intended. Trevor's been on fire this year. Do we even want to talk about your profits, Trevor? Is it in the 5 digits, 6 digits?
It's in the 5s, but last week wasn't that good. But I played it kind of safe last week. So
yeah, last week was a strange week, and I think it's funny. After the 1 o'clock games, if you had Joe Burrow and the Bengals stack, you felt great. Until you watched the Bills and Lions, and then you were decimated.
Don't I know it, Doc? Don't I know it?
Yeah, I faded that game. Look, I took a stand. It was not the right stand, but I took a stand.
Same here.
Should have sat. All right, let's talk about this week. We're just going to cover the Saturday games super quickly here. Houston, Kansas City, Trevor. I believe Mahomes is going to play. Houston has a terrible pass defense, but it's a 41.5 spot. What's your thoughts?
I don't really have a whole lot of thoughts on the game. Mahomes and the offense, they just don't seem to do enough, to go anywhere with it. If you're just going to play the Saturday slate, I would look to the Pittsburgh-Baltimore game. The Texans, I like mixing a little bit, but, the Chiefs playing these scrummy type of games every week. Like you said, it's 2017. One of these weeks is going to blow out. I don't think this is the one, though.
Danger, I don't like playing these short slates. Are you a short slate guy?
Big fan.
Really?
Big fan. Short slates are my favorite.
So how are you going to attack the short slate if you play Saturday?
Oh, I haven't dug into Saturday yet because we still got Thursday and, everything else going on. But I like Baltimore. I think they're on a tear right now. I think you can play some Kansas City because I think people are going to do just that. They're going to skip that game.
Yeah, I would play Dalton Schultz though for sure because Kansas City cannot stop a tight end if you pay them. So, all right, let's. By the way, Trevor, Pittsburgh without Pickens, where's the offense coming from? Pat Freiermuth?
It's not coming anywhere from them. I think you could try a Freiermuth, but last week I said the Philadelphia was going to kill him, and I think it's going to happen again this week. I think Baltimore's just going to run him right over.
Yeah, I agree with that. Danger, any hope for Pittsburgh? I know you like Najee Harris.
Man, I'm looking at it right now. I mean, I think you kind of have to like Najee Harris. There's not much else going on that team. Jaylen Warren looks probably to be a little bit more involved in the passing game when you've got Pickens out. But, I like Freiermuth. I got Freiermuth for probably about 45 yards. If he gets a touchdown, 4 or 5 catches, that's a good day.
Yeah, that's a good day. All right, let's kick it off with the Sunday games. There was a change at quarterback for Atlanta Falcons. Michael Penix is a starter playing the Giants at home. So, Trevor, let me just throw this to you here. I like Michael Penix. The dude has a rocket for an arm, a rocket. However, he's a lefty. The ball comes out differently. It spins differently. And I think it's going to take some time to get adjusted to that. I think they may need to rely more on the run this week than the pass. Can you buy into what I'm saying, or are you thinking that Penix will be fine, Giants stink, and he's ready to go?
Well, I think he'll be okay. We don't know where he's going to be at. We don't know how well he's going to play. This is a running game anyway. The Falcons are heavy favorites. They're going to be running the football with Bijan and Algier, and if they get a lead, they're going to be running the ball the whole fourth quarter. I mean, the price point for Penix is, $4,500. So, I mean, it does have a lot of appeal, but I just don't know if he's going to get there. Can he get to 20 points? Sure, he can, but I just don't know if he'll get there.
Danger, Trevor said a couple of things. One, Penix is dirt cheap. But secondly, is this a game with Tyler Algier? I mean, maybe they are just going to run the ball 30 some odd times. And maybe, we're looking for some value there. Could Algier maybe on FanDuel be worth something? What's your thoughts on this game?
I mean, I've got Algier for 8 carries and 3 catches, just in the projections. That could be 40, 50 yards. Again, if there's some garbage time, he gets one of those vulture touchdowns. I ain't mad at it. I do have Bijan for 90 yards rushing and 30 yards receiving, though. So yeah. I think it's a Bijan day. And you're right about that lefty. Who was it? Baltimore's backup that came in and did real well, like last year, 2 years ago. He plays just like Jackson, but he's left-handed.
That Huntley?
Huntley, right? He's left-handed.
Huntley's a righty, though.
Is he righty? Who's the back?
He was a righty, too.
I'm blanking. It was a couple years back. Somebody came in and was a lefty. And
Brunell?
And all the wide, it was just a couple of years ago, and I remember they talked to the wide receivers after the game, and they said the same thing, Doc. When you're looking for a fade over the shoulder, and all of a sudden it cuts this way instead, right. It's a problem.
The ball just travels differently. It comes. First of all, any baseball player will tell you, like they can see it come off the bat, right? When it comes off the arm, different. Same thing with football. When it throws this way, you see it. This way, you don't, and it's spinning, and you're looking for the laces. It's just coming in the opposite direction. Now, look. Jalen Polk and Jalen McMillan and Roma Dunze figured it out pretty well at Washington. I'm just thinking it may take these guys a week or two to get up to speed with it.
Yeah, I'm not too interested in playing any of these new quarterbacks this week, to be honest. So
it's a big Bijan week. Big.
Is he worth the money, though? I mean, Bijan is going to be – how much is Bijan?
I think he's 8,100.
That's pretty pricey.
I have to double check here.
Yeah, it's 8,100. It's pretty pricey. I mean, is he worth 8,100 to you?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, he is, because what's going to happen is about 30% of people are going to play Gibbs without Monty.
Yes. It's going to be even more than that by the time it comes up.
And those people would be absolutely right.
Oh, they're right. They're right.
Yeah, they're
But I think you can. I think it's all Bijan this week for that offense.
Hasn't chalk running backs been the way not to go this year?
Yes and no.
Yeah, it's hit or miss. 2 weeks ago, the chalk was good. Last week, the chalk stunk.
Yeah. I think the real problem is, guys, is I think that what we're seeing is Carolina's not giving up 200 yards anymore every single week. And that's what has hurt. You just plug and play these guys playing against Carolina, and it hasn't worked.
Well, we'll talk about that for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Cleveland against Cincinnati, 7.5-point favorites are the Bengals, 47 points. Trevor Danger said, no, I'm not playing Dorian Thompson-Robinson. But the Bengals are so bad on defense, and he is cheap. I might, I run 3 lineups. I could see him going with maybe Judy or Jerome Ford, who I love, or Njoku. I mean, can you wrap your head around playing him?
I can play him if Tillman and Njoku are back, but Njoku didn't practice again today for some odd reason. I thought he was so close to playing last week, and now he still hasn't practiced yet this week. Tillman looks like he's going to be back. So I do kind of like him because you got 2 things going for you. You got a low price point, and they could be playing from behind. So when they're playing from behind late in these games, that's really beneficial for a DFS player. And you can get more players than you want.
Now, Danger, I could, if Trevor's right, because Tillman and Njoku are in my first lineup, I could do DTR with Tillman and Njoku and bring it back with Jamar Chase and feel pretty good about this lineup.
I mean, I've got him for 35 passes, but I've got him for 150 yards.
35 passes? I think that's light.
I got him. I mean, yeah, the simulations are always on the median level, right? But I mean, 150 yards. I mean, he's going to have to throw 3 touchdowns.
Could he run? Could he run for 60 yards? He's a runner.
I don't think.
The Bengals secondary stinks. He'll throw for more than 150. He's going to get 200.
Even 200, unless he throws 3 touchdowns, is not worth the pay down. I'm out.
I think I can't tell you I'm very in, but I'm not out. I'm not out.
Right.
I'm out.
I'm iffy. You know, I'm going to play some lineups with them and some lineups.
Well,
with
look, Trev, you know you're going to play 150 in a few contests. You know I'm going to play 150, so I can't say I'm out. But when I'm building, if I'm playing the 111 doc, and I'm playing 5 lineups, not a single one of those is going to have him in there. It's not happening.
True.
So, I'm all over the other side, man. It's flop lag. It's back to the Bengals. It's back to Chase. Chase is my number 1 target this week.
well, the 111 is a FanDuel contest, right?
No,
they won a DK too.
Oh, it's a DK. Okay, because in FanDuel I wouldn't play him at all. No, in FanDuel you can fit more better players in regardless of what the quarterback price is.
My question is can we play Gesicki in that game?
No.
There's way too many better players out there that I don't need to go there. I could play Brenton Strange.
Yeah,
You can, but he popped up on the injury report today.
Brenton?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did. He'll be playing. I have confidence.
I mean, right now at 3,500, sign me up against the Raiders.
Yeah.
Well, I'm all in on that one. All right. Detroit against Chicago. Now, look, you guys know how much I hate Caleb Williams, and I do. I hate him. But Detroit is a mess right now. You just lost McNeil, your best defensive tackle. Forget outside rusher. You lost Carlton Davis, one of your better cornerbacks. You don't have Anzalone. You don't have Hutchinson. Trevor, as much as I hate Caleb Williams, is it worth considering a Williams, Allen, Dunze double with a Gibbs bring back?
Well, I was finding a way to get Allen and DJ Moore in there with Caleb Williams as well. Caleb had 20 plus points against him on Thanksgiving. I mean, and they started out so slow, they could do it again. I really like the Bears stack because Detroit's defense stinks right now. So, yeah.
Look, Caleb put up 26.1 DK points the first time around when Detroit still had 5 or 6 of these defensive guys that are now out. Allen had a breakout game that week. As much as we can sit here and say we hate Caleb Williams, he's gone 8 games without an interception.
Now, what's the weather going to be in the Midwest, guys? Because I think in the Notre Dame game against Indiana is going to be a little bit messy. I was cool with Caleb in the Dome, but here in Chicago, is it going to be bad?
I don't really know. I didn't really look at the weather. I don't think it's supposed to be bad here, but we're a little ways away.
I got
game Midwestern time, guys.
I got game time, 29 degrees, mostly sunny.
All right. Do we know how Caleb Williams is going to play in that kind of weather?
That's another
Not
good
really.
I mean, question.
Do they try to run the ball with Swift a ton? I don't know.
I don't hate Swift. Now, let's talk about Gibbs. You guys both play 150 lineups. Mm-hmm. Trevor, how many lineups will Gibbs be in?
75.
Danger, how many will he be in for you?
85.
I think I'd put him in 105.
Yeah.
I'm not playing around here.
Yeah, he could. He could. You never know. I could get Froggy come game day and put him in all of them.
Trevor's like, I need to win some money for Christmas. I'm going to put him in every lineup. All right. Tennessee against Indianapolis, 42.5 points. Mason Rudolph, the new starter, which I think is the right thing because Will Levis is generationally bad. Danger, Anthony Richardson is going to be very highly owned. He does play well against the Titans. I just feel like I hate playing him. I despise playing him. I don't want to say hate. Despise is the right word. Are you going to consider playing him in your lineups?
I think I have to. I'm a slave to my simulations this year. It's treated me pretty well the last couple of weeks, notwithstanding. They have got, let me get back. Where's my stack? There it is. Bingo. He's in like 8 of the top 15 optimal stacks in the simulations.
With who is he stacking with? Downs?
So he is stacked with only Downs when he is stacked. A lot of these he's bootleg naked.
Trevor, to be naked, to play a guy naked, I don't want to do that anymore. That was like something of years ago. I don't feel like playing a guy naked is enough. Richardson might be the guy to do that with, but I just feel like I need to get – Josh Allen has proven it to you, right? You get the guy who runs, but if he also throws to one or two guys, then he blows up.
Yeah. There's sometimes I don't mind playing a guy naked. I don't know how many times you win a tournament that way, but I do like Richardson this week because of his price point. He's running the ball more. As far as the Tennessee side, I don't know. If Spears is the starter and Pollard's out, then I kind of like that side. But as far as your quarterback stuff, I don't mind playing them naked at all. Depending on, I think you can win with them naked.
Danger. Give me the quarterbacks. Who's popping on the Sims? Because I know that Richardson's a top 3 guy. Who else is popping?
Well, you would be shocked to see that Josh Allen pops in the Sims. You'd be shocked. The number one leverage of the number one leverage of the slate claims to be Sam Darnold yet again.
Trevor, you playing Sam Darnold? You're a Viking guy.
Well, yeah, not really, no, because I don't know. I think they're going to try to run the ball a little bit more this week, but I'm not going to be heavy on Sam Darnold.
And the reason why is because right now the simulation only has him in at 2% owned.
Oh,
and so they like that. And then the other top play is Aaron Rodgers, which is I don't think I can do that again after I trusted it last time.
Aaron Rodgers is a great play.
Yeah.
He's 2 touchdowns short of 500.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams play weird games. They let up 46 points, and then they hold San Francisco to nothing. What about Joe Burrow? Why are we not talking about Joe Burrow against a Browns team who's bad with a young quarterback, and they play a man coverage, and they let up explosive plays? Why are we not talking Joe Burrow?
I mean, I already told you earlier. That's what I'm playing today. I'm playing Joe Burrow. I did 150 last week, Doc, with Joe Burrow and Chase. I'm probably gonna do it again this week because I believe in flop lag. So
yeah, Burrow should be 303. He's thrown 3 touchdown passes and I think six straight games. So he should do it again this week. And that's another reason why I kind of like the quarterback from Cleveland, because he's going to be in a come from behind spot. But you got to have everybody there. DFS Hero, they have Penix as their top rated valued play, and they have Murray number 2. I don't know if I can go back to Murray. I put my faith in Murray last week. It is the Panthers, but
there's one guy I like in that game, and we'll get to him shortly. All right, let's get to here we go. Shortly, here it is. Arizona, Carolina, 47 guys. This is a big number. Arizona 4.5-point favorite. Trevor, can this game be the had to have it game? Because I think the had to have it game is Cleveland and Cincinnati. But do you think this could be that game?
Well, I think you got 3 players in here that are. You have a lot of players in this game that could really do well because of their price points. But I think you got 2 players from Arizona that could really blow up this game, Connor. And I think McBride's going to score. McBride's scoring a touchdown this week. They tried like hell to get him in the end zone last week at the end there, and they just got something when they just gave the ball. And then I like Chuba to have a bounce back on the other side. And, so one of those receivers for Carolina is going to pop. Last week it was Coker. The week before it was Thielen. The week before that it was Moore. One of these guys seems to come up and gets 20 fantasy points at a cheap price point. I don't know which one it's going to be, but one of these guys is going to do it.
Danger, you mentioned flop lag. There's nobody laggier or floppier than Chuba Hubbard after last week.
I got Chuba. Did he squeak in? He did. He's number 10 on my board this week. So he squeaked into that top 10. I'm with you on McBride, Trev. I have his ceiling in the simulations at 35. I mean, I think not only 1 but 2 touchdowns coming to McBride.
Must start. He is a must start.
My biggest problem, guys, is I have no value at running back. I can't get below like 57, and I'm having a really hard time in the super cheap receivers too. So paying up for tight end is difficult. Although if McBride, goes another 15 targets for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns, it doesn't matter what you get out of the value.
All right, so can we talk about that for a second? You mentioned there's no running back value.
Not what I like. Yeah.
Right. So let's just look at it for a second. Is Breece Hall value at 6,100?
No.
Is Jerome Ford value at 5,600?
Yes.
Is DeAndre Swift value at 5,600?
I would say so, because what the simulators don't have is the Detroit injuries that are involved in that defensive line, and Cook ran them over last week.
I mean, they do. They've got Swift above Ford, and I like Ford. So,
what about Alexander Madison with Sincere McCormick done?
I don't know. I think Abdullah really proved his case last week.
Okay, then Abdullah's 4,600.
Yeah.
I'm just look. I don't know. I don't think I want to be chalky at running back because the way I'm envisioning is this. Maybe this is the epiphany that everybody's had except me. I got to play Joe Burrow. I got to play Jamar Chase. These guys are having a record-setting year.
Have to.
Right? I have to play McBride because I'm totally in agreement that McBride could go for 2 touchdowns. Unless I'm going for 3 cheap receivers, it feels like every week overspending on running back is just that, overspending on running back, and I always seem to regret it. So, Trevor, how do I make a lineup here? What's the best way to do it to get Burrow and Chase and McBride and Gibbs? I got to get those 4 guys in. So then what do I do after that?
Well, I haven't tried making one with the Bengals guys because I'm fading them. So I kind of scratched that out because I couldn't figure it out myself. So when I couldn't figure it out myself, I got rid of Burrow and Chase very quick because I started with Chase. And I thought, well, I got to pay down a quarterback on this slate. To me, it feels like you got to pay down a quarterback somewhere on the slate to win. Just because of all the other the players. I'm sick of buying $3,900 players and get 0 at wide receiver. One way you can do it, you want to play McBride, then you have to play like a guy like Strange in your flex if he plays. Strange,
which I think I'm okay with.
Yeah, that's what I have in my lineup that I've made for tonight. I put Strange in my flex, but I wasn't able to get Burrow in my lineup the way I wanted it. But I'm tinkering with it still.
All right, Doc, what's our cheap defense, though? Is it 49ers? Can we go cheaper than 2,800?
I didn't even – hold on a moment, please. Please hold.
Because that can help.
Can I play the Jets?
You can play the Raiders.
Can I play Tennessee? Can I play Cleveland and hope that Joe Burrow makes a couple of mistakes?
No.
Can I play Las Vegas against Mac Jones?
I'm playing a lot in Las Vegas.
I just don't like – is Vegas on the road?
No.
I mean, Vegas has scored 9, 9, and 6 in the last 3 games as a defense.
Not good.
They didn't play Jacksonville in those 3 weeks either.
No, I'm just saying that's not awful for 27.
No,
you get 9 points out of 27. Yeah.
Atlanta, Tampa, and Kansas City is who they play, and Denver. So they played some pretty decent offenses of late. I mean, I'll take them against Jacksonville at that price.
Does Stafford make mistakes?
It's going to be 25 degrees in New York.
I'm not against that.
I just don't know. Yeah, he could. The Jets what's the Jets pass rush been like lately? You really got to force him into mistakes. So
I know. It's tough. I mean, I'm going to find a defense. I think as of this second, it's Vegas. But
well, when Seattle went east to play the Jets put up 16 points.
Yeah, they had a kick return for a touchdown in that.
Mm-hmm. They did. I don't know.
And Ngongwu is out.
All right, if I put in Burrow, Gibbs, Abdullah, Chase, McBride, Strange in the flex, and Jets, it gives me 4,800, 500, or 4,850 for a piece for the last 2.
Yeah.
I can work with that.
Can you? All right, let's talk about it. What's cheap down there? Because I hate it.
Me too.
I hate it.
All right, King to Icon says, all this McBride talk, Bowers with Aiden O'Connell is going to go nuclear.
Yeah.
I like him.
Hey, remember that 150 lineups, Trevor? The 80 to 90 of them, I had McBride and Bowers, and both of them put up like 8 points. That was miserable.
Yeah.
So maybe Trevor's right, but I don't want Trevor being right. That bothers me.
I'm looking at the simulations, Doc, for cheap receivers, and we named a few running backs I like, but there's nothing here. I mean, Coker pops a little bit at 42.
What about that dude from Frisco that's going to start, the guy that played for the Packers? He's going to be 4,900. DeMarcado has been put on IR. Wilson.
I mean, the one that pops up that's cheap. The only one that pops in leverage is Keishon Abute.
Do you want my guy? Do you want me to give you a guy?
Yes.
Ready?
Uh-huh.
Trey Tucker is going to score this week.
39.
Do you know why? Jacksonville plays a lot of man coverage. Trey Tucker will make 1 or 2 big plays. That's all he needs to do. He disappears against zone defenses, like literally disappears. You don't even know he exists. Then you put him in man, and all of a sudden, this is when Trey goes 3 for 86 and a touchdown. And you're like, oh, he's alive? I got 17 points. So I think Trey Tucker will be one of my 2 cheapies.
All right. Who scores more, DJ Moore or Keenan Allen?
Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen does score more. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't Detroit really bad against slot receivers?
They are. They're really bad against everyone. Him and Moore scored basically the same points the last time they played. Yeah. Both scored 24.
All right, let's keep going through this quickly here. Philadelphia and Washington, 45 points. Feels like a complete fade to me, Danger. Do your Sims say anything different?
The Sims absolutely despise Jalen Hurts. I mean, they have him as the 4th highest scoring quarterback. So it's not the points, but the
price.
The price, the leverage. I mean, I don't know. This just seems like a weird game to me. I can't put my finger on it. They got Jaden Daniels as the number 3 quarterback. Jalen Hurts is the number 4 quarterback, but the leverage score on both of them is awful.
Trevor, I can't find one guy in this game that I feel good about. Do you?
No. I think Philly's going to score a bunch of points. I think they're going to kill him. I think Philly's going to, but where's it coming from? I don't know. It's going to spread around. I think they bury Washington. Washington hasn't seen a team like this. They'll get smoked.
I've heard some. I saw a couple of tweets today that Barkley's dealing with an injury.
So, all right, let's talk about that for a second. Does that make Kenneth Gainwell a man of interest?
I mean, do they protect Barkley for the playoffs if there's any kind of real ding up to him?
Wouldn't you?
Of course.
No.
But teams don't do that. Coaches don't.
If he's on the field, he's going to go full throttle. They need a lot. They're in contention for home field advantage. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the Jets are playing the Rams. We talked a little bit about the Jets. I mean, Aaron Rodgers was great last week. That was probably the smartest stack. And I think retrospectively, when Tyler Conklin was ruled out, not that he's a difference maker, but going like Adams, Wilson, and Rodgers made a lot of sense. But Garrett Wilson is so pissed off at Aaron Rodgers, Trevor. It's like, throw me the ball, and he's not throwing him the ball. It's like he's just going to divide. It's basically he's thumbing his nose at Garrett Wilson. Is this a squeaky wheel narrative?
Well, Wilson had 100 yards last week and 9 catches. They both ate last week, not as much as Adams did. It's going to go to Adams. You have to figure they just had the history together, and it's going to be another cold game. They're used to that from playing in Green Bay. So I'm looking at Adams. Wilson will get some catches, but this ain't Jacksonville again either. I mean, the common denominator we're talking about in a lot of these teams is they're playing Jacksonville. They ain't playing Jacksonville this week. So
no, that's true. Doc, I love when you talk about the squeaky wheel, and it works a lot. I don't know that that's something that the Jets do, because Aaron Rodgers runs the show, and it feels to me if somebody's super squeaky, he says, "Screw you, I can do it without you."
Right, and I think it's squeaky if it's a guy he likes. Right. If it's Alan Lazard or Devontae Adams, squeak away. What about Puka Nacua in this game, guys? Or Cooper Kupp? I mean, but Cooper did nothing last week. Sure. It doesn't feel like a Cooper Kupp week. Is this a Puka week? Danger. What are your Sims saying?
Puka's number 2 on the board behind Chase. My problem is we can't fit them all in, guys. We can't.
Right. Nacua has 7 catches in like 6 of his last 7 games. He's going to be a good bet to get 6-7 catches. But what he does with them, who knows? I'm not playing much of him, though. I do like him. I like him as a player in the game, but at his price point, I don't think I can play much of him.
All right. Minnesota is at Seattle, 43.5 points. Trevor, this is your Vikings. They're going on the road, playing the 12th man. They played pretty darn well recently. Is this a letdown game?
It very much could be, and I'm on Seattle big time. Geno Smith, Jackson Smith-Njigba, DK Metcalf, I think is going to have a game. I'm stacking Seattle a lot in this game. I think you're looking at this game could really shoot out. I think they could get over 50 points between the two. I was shocked to see the total at 43. I was thinking to myself, well, 40, 47, 48. But then again, the last 2 weeks, every time last week we said Arizona looked like an unders game, so we said take the over. The week before we said Pittsburgh looking at overs going to take the under. We were right both times. So this game does to me look like a big time over and a big time scoring. I think you can run those Seattle players I'm talking about. Even Charbonnet looks pretty decent. Minnesota's defense, if you watched that game last week, they had guys running wide open at times, and Caleb Williams just couldn't hit them.
I didn't
see him.
I don't know whether or not I'm going to stack the whole game, Danger, but I don't think Trevor's wrong because he's right. Those guys were open all game long, and Caleb Williams just sucks. But JSN, I forgot about him. Living lock, and there's no way I don't play him this week. There's no way.
Is it you? Are you making phone calls to DK and paying them to keep Jackson Smith-Njigba from being 7,000 or more? Because he's 6 flat. I mean, DK's got another. Metcalf's got another injury pop up today on the report. Charbonnet's got an injury pop up.
You know the worst team against slot receivers in the NFL? The Minnesota Vikings. How are we not playing JSN?
Oh, he's locked. I can't. He's in every lineup. I don't know that I'm stacking him because I do think Minnesota wins this game. But I gotta have him in that.
Danger. When Trevor tells you Minnesota's not winning this game, listen to Trevor.
I think they're losing. I think they're gonna get
trust in Trevor.
I think they smell blood. They smell blood in the water. They're taking the division.
Here's the thing. We watched Green Bay last week, and we watched Green Bay smoke Seattle on primetime TV. Mm-hmm. Well, why were they able to do that? They were able to pound them down with their offensive line. Minnesota does not have that pounding type of line. They just don't. And the Vikings defense, they don't get pressure. They're going to stink. Mm-hmm. But then again, Seattle gives up a ton of pressure.
How amazing would it be if my 49ers took a bite out of the Lions next week and Minnesota wins the division?
I'll be rooting for the Niners.
But I do think that JSN and McBride, if I do 150 lineups, those two will be in every one of them. Every one.
They're going to be in a ton of mine. We'll just say that. Tons.
All right. Las Vegas and Jacksonville. I told you I like the Trey Tucker play. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about it. So do we like, just yay or nay, do we like Brenton Strange?
Yeah. He's healthy.
Yeah. Do we like Bowers?
Yes.
Yep.
Can we go with both Bowers and Strange and feel good about it?
I can do it. I don't know how good I feel about it, but I can do it.
Is the Raiders running back, whether it be Abdullah or Madison, the cheap running back to roster this week, Danger?
I am not a Madison guy. I'm an Abdullah guy. I mean, he only ran the ball 3 times last week. But
on your Sims, are there either guy popping?
They are not. But that is because, and I've talked to him, that Sincere is still in the sim. So as soon as he pulls him out of there, we'll see what happens.
I would prefer Madison over Abdullah if Madison's the starter. That's just the way I feel about it.
I agree with you.
I just can't put any money on Madison again. Hey, but you know what? Bowers is concerning to me because he's 3 of the last 4 games. He's only got 3, and 4 receptions.
But O'Connell is there. Well, don't forget, 2 weeks ago, Ritter played the second half. Last week, Ritter played the whole game. So I'm giving everybody a pass.
Right.
Bowers, I think Bowers is a really sharp play this week.
I don't mind.
And I'm going to say it again. It's the Jaguars.
Yes.
This is when Trevor wins like $60,000, and then we come back to this moment, and he told us to play everybody against the Jaguars, and we didn't listen.
Yep.
I'm actually not playing many guys against the Jaguars, but I'm just saying that I think if this is the week, Bowers could do it.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time with value this week, guys. I can't put a top end guy at every position. I can't do it.
You can. You can. You're getting 70,000 Danger, not less. Okay,
deal.
San Francisco against Miami. Danger. It's your 49ers. Garendo. I'm not playing Debo.
Nope.
Kittle, Jonnu, Tyreek should have a good matchup. But I don't trust Tua as far as I can throw him.
No. I think San Francisco's defense has gotten healthier. They're better. Miami's still hurting in their front line. If I have any exposure to this, it's with a chain on occasion because he just is capable of putting up 25, 30 points against any team. But I want nothing to do with this game. Zero things to do with this game. I play 49ers defense, I think, at 28, 29, whatever they're at.
Trev, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't see a player coming that's going to be in the winning lineup. Maybe, like you said, a chance. He's always got that potential because he's got big playability, but he doesn't run enough. He's not getting rushing yards. It's all on receiving. San Francisco, is Fred Warner playing?
I haven't seen. I think Fred's in. It's Greenlaw that I think is maybe not playing.
Oh, okay, well, so there you have it. Niners defense played pretty good last week, even though it was a slop game. But I just don't see anybody. You could make a case for Kittle. I think you could make a little bit of a case for Kittle, but there's too many tight ends on the slate that I like.
I think that's the problem. Miami is actually not great against tight ends, but there are too many other guys in the slate that I think are just in slam spots.
Right.
That I don't need it. All right. Let's go to Patriots and Bills. I don't think there's any question that the Bills are the better team. I think we all know this. But the Patriots, you can run on the Patriots. You can run on them. So this feels to me like there's no way I'm playing Josh Allen. Not that I don't like the player, I do, but this could be a Cook, Ray Davis, Ty Johnson. They could literally run the ball 40 times, and Allen goes, 17 for 22 for 185 and 2 touchdowns. Agree, Trevor, or disagree?
Yeah, I'm fading Allen all the way. If I die with it again, I will, but I'm going with Cook. Cook's my guy. I'm playing Cook in a lot of lineups. I really like him this week. They're going to be up by 2 scores most likely. They're favored by 14. They're going to be up by 2 scores. You might see Davis come in late, so that might take away a little bit from Cook, but I think Cook gets it done.
So, Doc, I just ran a fresh simulation, a contest sim, where it actually runs the contest, and the most negative edge quarterback on the field is Josh Allen this week. However, what did you just say? You can run all over the Patriots, right? Can I ask you a question? Who leads the league in rushing touchdowns this year?
It's Josh Allen.
It's Josh Allen.
Of course we know it's Josh Allen, but
he's got one more than Derrick Henry. He leads
that's
the entire
true.
league.
But I don't think you need to do that in this game.
No.
Right?
I just
Josh
think
Allen
I can't pay $8,700 for him.
But Josh Allen's a runner when he's being pressured, and then he go. Patriots don't have the pressure. Can I tell you, if you're looking for a cheap running back, I think Ray Davis is a great play this week. He's a great play this week.
Yeah, he definitely has some appeal, no doubt about it. And there's not going to be this push for points like he did in the last 2 weeks with Detroit and the Rams.
Right.
They're pushing for
Can
points.
you play Craig Reynolds at 4,000 flat?
Who?
No Monty. Craig Reynolds.
Craig Reynolds. If this was on FanDuel, this much, on DraftKings, 0. And same thing with Ray Davis, by the way. Ray Davis could get a touchdown. I think he goes for like 40 yards and a touchdown. And what did I get? 10 points. Whoop-de-doo. I'm not winning. I'm not taking down a tournament.
So tournament winning exposure in the 10,000 sims I just ran. Jahmyr Gibbs appears in 57.3% of winning lineups.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's at a good price too. Yeah.
That's huge. That's crazy. That's a lot. The next highest is Chase Brown in 24% of lineups. Right now, only estimated 5.8% owned.
Yeah, he's going to have low ownership.
All right, Trevor, you want to make a lineup?
I already did.
Oh. Let's hear it.
I was busy today doing DFS all day. I kind of went a little contrarian, and I'm going to change one thing up here.
All right, you tell me, and I'll enter it, and we'll see how you do. Go ahead.
Okay, the first guy we're going to enter is Geno Smith.
Okay.
Then we're going to go James Cook,
Okay.
Jahmyr Gibbs,
Okay.
Keenan Allen.
How much is Keenan Allen?
It's 5,300.
Oh my God, they're handing him to you. Okay, go ahead.
DJ Moore,
Okay.
Jackson Smith Najigba,
Yeah, that guy is for sure. Tight end.
McBride,
Okay.
Strange,
And then the defense.
Billy.
So that's 128 points according to what I have here.
Yeah, probably need to get higher than that.
All right, Danger, you have a lineup for me?
2 seconds, and I will finish.
All right, I'll do mine. I'll
Go
do
ahead.
Dorian Thompson Robinson. I will do Gibbs for sure. I love me some Cook. Wide receiver, I'm agreeing. I'm going to go JSN, which I said. I'm going to go Keenan Allen because I think that's really smart. Or Rome. I may save $1 and go Rome. Tight end, I'm going to go Bowers and McBride. Ooh, I have too many guys in this game. I said Trey Tucker. And then my defense is going to be, yeah. I'll just say San Francisco. Ooh, I have to figure this part out. I need, you know what? It's the problem. I got to take out Bowers and I put in Njoku. And I'll take out Rome and I'll put in 6,600. Oh, I don't like it. Garrett Wilson. Not good enough.
Positive Njoku is going to play.
No, you know what? I don't like how that team looks. That's why, as a first thing,
Yeah.
I like my team looking better with Burrow and Chase. That I can tell you. Danger, what do you have?
All right, I gotta go. I got Burrow at QB. I got Gibbs coming in after. I'm going Abdullah to get some cheapness in there. I got Chase.
Wait, hold on. All right, I like your team better than my team already. Chase, go ahead.
I got Jackson Smith.
Right?
I got Keenan Allen,
Okay.
which I could move to Moore. I haven't made my mind up between those two, but Keenan Allen to start. Strange at the tight end. I'm going with the optimizer darling of Keishon Butte in the flex and the Vikings defense.
So here's my question. Because Danger, I love your lineup. I do. I love it. I don't like Miami's defense. I mean, Minnesota's defense, you said?
Yeah, just because it popped up in the simulator. But I mean, I got a lot of money left. I got 36. I can play anybody but the Falcons. So.
All right, so let's just say Buffalo for now, for argument's sake, okay?
Sure. Yep.
I love your lineup. I love it. But how do I get McBride in this lineup?
You can by going down at the quarterback.
I don't want to. Can I go for T. Higgins instead of Chase, or does that just defeat all purposes?
Ooh, no, you gotta have Chase.
I think it's a Chase week. Higgins showed up in the injury report again today.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys that showed up in the injury report. I think it's just.
I got Chase simulated for 33% more points. That's a lot than T. Higgins.
Can we fade Jahmyr Gibbs in any way, shape, or form?
Sure.
Sure you can.
Yeah. I mean, if he's going to end up 30-40% owned, Doc, and he just doesn't do it, or they give Craig Reynolds 40% of the carries for no reason. Yeah. I mean, if he fails, you can win. But who do you go to? You just go down to Cook?
Connor?
Mm-hmm.
You go to Connor?
No, what happens is that I want to make Butte into McBride. And then I'm going to take Buffalo.
Good luck.
I know. And I'm going to make Buffalo into the Jets. So I have $5,900. Oh, Jerome Ford. All right. So can I be Burrow, Ford, Abdullah, Chase, JSN, Keenan Allen, McBride, Strange, and the Jets?
I think I'm liking Ford a little bit more. So yeah, Ford makes sense. He catches passes. There's nobody really in competition with him over there, is there?
No.
I mean, I think you just get off the Jets. You can go play the 49ers and hope they're going to get some sacks and an interception on Tua.
Okay, so I get rid of the Jets and I play the 49ers. Do we like that a little better?
I'd rather play the Raiders.
I just feel like I don't want to look back and not have McBride or JSN.
Weren't the Raiders cheaper than those other two defenses?
Yeah.
I mean, they're $100 cheaper than Sanford.
Oh, that's it. Sanford 2,800.
Yeah.
Oh, that ain't so bad.
Look, Tua can blow up, right? Tua can throw 3 interceptions.
Oh yeah. And then
we're having so much fun, Dak. This is the longest first look you've ever done.
Well, because we don't have too many more first looks. There's gonna be last licks soon.
Yeah, season goes by quick, doesn't it?
It really does. You spend all this time preparing, and it flies by.
Who would have thought the Vikes would be 12-2 and the Niners would be 6-8?
Hey, we don't talk about the Niners anymore. That's a next year problem.
All right, so talk to me, guys. First look next week. Are we going to do Thursday?
Sure. Thursday's good for me.
I don't know about me. I have
Your family?
I have like family.
I know.
The problem is all of my family and all my in-laws' family will all live within 40 minutes of you.
Ooh, that's your first mistake, Danger. They need to be like four hours away.
40 children and they take them all the time.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Well, look, we wish everybody out there a very Merry Christmas. Hope you enjoy with your families. And we wish you guys much luck this week winning in your DFS lineups. We got the Friday Night Lights on it Friday from about 9 o'clock with Willie Walls and the great Swami Odell Blocker. Guys, we only have a couple more weeks to win a mill.
We got playoffs too. Playoffs has a milli maker too.
But as I always say, Doc, I mean, I never win the milli maker, mostly because I don't play it.
But Trevor does, and Trevor might be the guy who wins it.
Trevor.
And then I'm going to need a loan. All right. Good luck, everybody. This is Dr. Roto with Trevor and Danger saying be well and take care.
Thanks for stopping by the office. Get your fantasy prescription by subscribing to the channel and checking out drroto.com. And until the next visit, be well and take care.